Alright, how's it going everybody? 01 of 1 back again. And today we're going to be doing some shenanigans because, I don't know, why not? Alright, so, let's see, so news. We managed to get the quartz all the way over here. We combined both of the lines, you can kind of see the quartz back there. So we have 480 quartz coming in here. And then I did a thing over here. So this is just kind of telling me what's coming in on these lines. And then I did an even bigger thing down here. Yeah, basically I ripped everything out. And by everything I mean everything. Like I just finished redoing all of this. So yeah. I put labels on everything though, so we are using some interesting alternate recipes though, so that's kind of going to be kind of cool. So we've got some stuff coming down here. I believe this is copper and iron coming through. No, that's coal and limestone in here. This one is copper and iron. Okay. So this is coming down here. That's our copper. That's our iron. And then we are using the alternate recipe, iron alloy ingot, which requires a little bit of copper, a little bit of iron, and you get a lot of iron ingots back out when you do that. So we've got all of these set up. So it's 7, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so 7. And if each of these are putting out 50, that's 350 iron ingots that we're getting out of this, which is a lot. And the cool thing is we're getting 350 ingots, and we only used 280 total items. So it's like we just created like 70 items out of nothing, which is awesome. So out of the 140 of the iron and the copper that we've used, the rest of that is then going up here and then scooting down this way and then dropping down over here. And then I don't think, okay, yeah. So the 140 is what we used, and since we have 240 coming in, because they're pure nodes with a Mark II miner, so that's 120 times 2, so 240. So then 240 minus 140 equals 100 each per minute. So then what we did over here is we use our copper alloy ingot thing, which uses a lot more copper than it does iron, but it still puts out a lot of copper ingots. So we've got a lot of stuff going on here. So we just have 2 of these set up, which should be more than enough. I mean, that's 200 copper ingots that we're making. Normally doing that much would have taken 7 of the smelters, so we are doing all of that in 2. And then additionally, we have the additional iron coming out. And then I wanted to do something with that, because if we go back under here, so we're, oh right, I have to explain the next thing too. Can we get up here? We could, but then I dropped out. Okay, good to go. So then we're using the solid steel ingot recipe. So that is taking all of the iron ingots that we're making over here, and it's running those through here. So then that goes into this series of, sorry I have hiccups, goes into that series of splitters, which then split off all of that into all of this here. And then we're also getting the coal over here. Okay, so the coal's coming down right here, so that's on the other side of this here. So that's, coal is coming down into here, going to here, and the iron is going down, going to there, so that's our 2 inputs. Okay, so coal, iron bars, right? And then when we put that in there, we take 40 of each and we come out with 60. So this is actually really, really efficient compared to what the original was. So if we steel ingot. Okay, so standard recipe is 3, 3, 3. So it's like a 1-to-1. Well, I suppose we should call it a 2-to-1 because you're taking 6 items and you're coming out with 3. We take this is an 8-to-6 or a 4-to-3. So it's slightly better, about 25% better. Or would it be considered 50% better? We'll go with 50% better, it sounds better. Okay, so then we're getting out 6 sets of these, right? So 6 then times 60 is 360 steel ingots coming out of here. And then all of that is getting pushed out down here. And then all of that is running this way. And it's coming out over here, which we can then see here, right? So that is our steel ingots coming out. And then we are splitting off 60 steel ingots to go into this one assembler here. And what we're making in this one assembler is steel beams. Why are we making steel beams? Because we can then take 3 additional constructors, not assemblers, constructors. So split this off into 3, so 5 each, right? And we put that into here, and with this steel screw recipe, it takes 5 steel beams to make 260 screws. That is a lot of screws. So with that, so we have 60 steel coming off, and we're getting 260 times 3 screws, which is 780. It's a lot of screws, like a lot of screws. So then that's all of that. And then I've got this kind of cut off down here, so that way, yeah, so here's our beams coming out. And then they go into here, they get split up into these 3, and then it just kind of ends here with that one. And then I have the outputs over here, so it's 260 screws times 3. I don't know what I'm going to do with those yet. I don't even know where I need to use them yet. But I will probably run them under here to go over here to our more complicated stuff. But that is just that part. So that's these last 4 constructors. These other 6 that we've got here are all going to be making iron products. Now, this is kind of where I'm at right now. So we've got iron plates being made in these first 3. So plate, 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 and then rod, rod, rod in here. And then if we do the math real quick, that's going to be 20 times 3 is 60 plus 15 times 3, which is 45, or 105 steel. Or not steel, but iron ingots is what we're going to need. And that's saying 135, so that's actually incorrect. Okay, so we can get rid of this sign. And okay, so this is what we've got left coming out of the iron for the iron ingots after we've used as much as we can to smelt all the steel. So we've got 110 left over, and if we just need 105 for here, then we're good to go, and we don't actually need to do anything with the extra iron ore over here, so these can go away. All right, so we are going to be left with 5 extra iron ingots. I'm not really worried about that. If I really need it, then I'll go and grab it. But and then I'm blocking this off so I know not to pull anything out of here. So this is the coal line. We've used up all of the coal, so there's nothing more to pull out of here. Something I could do, actually, is if I do this and I get rid of this. Get rid of this. Sorry, hiccups again. Okay, so that can go into there. Okay, so that's the coal going there. And now I picked up coal that I don't need. So we'll just get rid of that. We don't need that either. All right. And then I also made it through all of the hard drives that I have. So I've got no more research to do for those. But now I'm going to take all of these and then swing them over into here. So the way that we're going to do that is, let's see, so we need a merger, no, splitter. There we go. Make sure that's on the right side and over here. Wait, no, that is not correct. Okay, so that should be in the middle, right? Yeah, okay. And then we'll do this one here. And then this last one, I'm just going to have go directly into it. Okay. And then we'll just run that through there. And then for the rest of these, I'll run Mark III belts. We are doing an overflow method, so if you want your overflow method to be more efficient, you want to use the fastest belts that you have in order to fill everything, right? And then you want to use the slowest belt that you possibly can to actually go into the thing. So that's why we're using the Mark I here. Okay, so now we have to get this to go out here. So one way that I could do this, if I wanted to make it kind of weird, but kind of cool, but kind of weird, is we'll do, oh, that needs the 2 wall. Okay, so we'll do that, and then we'll do that. And then, because I don't need to use these other windows, I'm gonna block them off with the rail. And then I don't need to use this one either, so we'll block this one off. Now, do I need to do that? Not at all. Not even a little bit. But I'm going to do it anyways because why not? Alright, so now we can move this one over to here, but before I do that, let's make sure that this is connected to here. So when that connects, everything just kind of goes in. And then in this space here, we can put that, we can put that. Okay. So you can see that this one is kind of blocked off too, this one is blocked off. It would be nice if they could just give us regular walls, right? And then just give us the, you know how we have like these things, like the wall holes, right? Just give us a wall hole for the belts. I mean, just regular walls. You can get rid of these walls completely, right? We don't need them. So the 1, the 3, the 1, the 2, and the 3 belt walls, just get rid of them completely, and then just give us wall holes, and that's it. And you will make everyone happy, and then plus I won't have to do this. I mean, granted, I don't have to do that anyways, but all right. So now the next thing that we need to do is get these guys some power. And then I figured out kind of an interesting way to do this is you go from the thing first, and you see that little triangle on there, like on the tip. So you want to try to get, if you're going directly above this thing, try to get the cable as close as you can to the middle of that triangle. Now, that's only if you're OCD like me. If you're not OCD, don't worry about it. I don't like that. That's not a good place for that. Alright, so we'll offset that one. And then this one, and then that one. Okay. So that should be these guys all going. All right, so we should be making, I think, 60 plates. Yeah, so 60, wait, whoa, hang on. 30. Yeah, I got this wrong as far as how much iron we need. So 30 is 90, and 45 is 135. So that number actually was correct. Okay. My bad. So we're actually short 25. Am I worried about it? Not really. Okay, so let's see. I am gonna mark that down though. Okay, so this we will keep as that, and then 135 per minute needed. And then We're going to change this to be 110 per minute supplied. Just that way I know that that is going to be a little short, which is fine. I'm not worried about that. Okay, so we have things, they are moving. Okay, so now I need to combine all of these things and have them go somewhere. And then also I need to do some stuff over here with the copper and figure out what I need to do with all that. But first, let me see what I need. So we need to make frames. Let me just make a bunch of these things. No, not that. Actually, hang on. What do we have? I need plastic. And those aren't going to fit down here anyways, but okay. So what do we have? We have the stitched iron plate. Probably good. Definitely good. That'll make us 5 per minute, I think. 5.625 per minute. Okay, good to go. So then if we have that, and then we throw in this guy over here, and this guy is making the bolted frames. Yeah, I would definitely want to use this one. So then we would need 7.5 in. Okay, so then we would need 2 of these. And then let's put in another one over here. And then we can do the bolted frame. Okay. So then that would give us 11.25, 11 and a half, 11 and a quarter per minute. Okay, and then 7.5 would go out, so that would leave us 4 left over to be stored. And then this would give us 5 modular frames per minute. Okay, and then the next thing that we need to make is rotors. And we've got a couple different things that we can do here as well. So we have a copper rotor, which uses a lot of screws. But we're making a lot of screws, so that might actually be a good idea. That'll give us 11.25 rotors per minute, which is a lot. And you don't want to place on there. Okay, that's fine. I'm just going to place you over here then. And then we still just have the one for the stators. But, hang on, if we need steel pipe for that, then if I were to change this to the steel rotor, which also needs steel pipes, then maybe I could combine these a little bit. So that's steel pipe and wire, that is freaking perfect, actually. Okay, so then that's 15 steel pipe, so 25 steel pipe, 70 wire. Okay, and then if we go into here and we see what we can do for the steel pipe, and that'll make 20 per minute. So I would need 2 of these. Okay, so that would make us 40 steel pipe per minute, and then we're using 25, so that gives us 15 extra that we can then store. Okay. And then, let's see, the stators, that's what's being made in here, right? Yes, okay. And then I could, potentially, make motors down here as well with this. That requires 10 each. Okay, if that requires 10, and this is putting out 5, this is also putting out 5. Okay. Let me think. And then also all of these things can come off. Now I could split this off, so I'll take half of what's being made here, so 2.5 per minute. And if I put this in here and I run this at 25% speed, then we only need 2.5 in here, and then we'll make 1.25 motors per minute, which I think would be more than enough for what we're trying to do. So we can do that. So if we need that, okay, so then we need to make our wire. And we're gonna need 70 wire to feed this. So let's see what we can do with the wire. We have Caterium wire, which would be amazing, but we kind of can't really do that, so we need this. So we're gonna need to make 3 of these. And I can put some of that over there, and then we can move that kind of this way. All right, so we can, oh, and then these need wire too, and then plates, so that's 18.75 steel plates, so it's gonna be 37.5 steel plates. And then we're making 60, so that'll give us lots of extra steel plates. Okay. Good with that. And then wire, so along with that, so this is gonna be 37.75. So then as far as wire goes, we're gonna need 70 plus 75 is 145. Let's see, 145 wire. So let's see what we can do over here. And then we probably want to run, see, probably the wall holes in the middle here. And then we'll run the constructor off of here. Hang on. If we put it here, right in the middle, is that going to be far enough? Yes it is. Okay, so that'll work there. So then if we have this making wire, and this is making 30 per minute, and we need 150 or so. So that would be 5. So if I did 6, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let me see if I can, 1, 2, 3 will put us here. Then we can do just another 3 here. Okay, I think I'm gonna do that. Okay. So then wall hole can go here, here, and here. Production, and this guy can go, I think that's good. And that is good. And that is good. And that'll go there, there, and then we can do the next set here. Okay, and these are backwards. Good to go. So let me spin this around. Okay, so then all of these are going to be making wire. Now, this wire is specifically for what we need for the advanced production, and we'll have a little extra that'll get saved. Okay. So from here we have 15 per minute times 6 is going to be 90 copper. And we're making 100 here. Okay, so we're only going to have 10 copper left over, which is probably not going to be enough. for the other stuff that we need to make. So I need to bring in another copper node. Yeah, I mean, we're just, or I could overclock the copper node that I've got over there. And then if we do a double overclock, we can get twice as much out of it. Now the problem with that is we don't have the throughput on the lines for that. So we would have to update those. But before we can do that, we need to make more of the encased steel beams. But yeah, so I'm just going to overclock this thing for now just to get in what I can. Okay, so then we'll do 2 overclocks. So that'll get us at 480, which is the max that our current lines can handle. But for now, that'll give me an extra 30 copper ore. And I'll just have to go through here and update the lines once I have all the stuff for it. So we have a lot of steel beams that we can move over. Or sorry, steel ingots that we can move over that we can then use to make beams. We also have the limestone going through. So... And then also I need to go and check our power station over there and make sure that we're not overflowing with our the extra stuff that's being made off of the refineries. So I've got to do something with that. I could just throw in a sink over there and then just sink it all. But let me... so many things going on right now. I'm going to do that first because I think we might actually be getting pretty close to overrunning that. Wow, that was like top speed right there. That was awesome. I think we actually slowed down a little bit. That's hilarious. Right. Max speed all the way down. That was very fast. All right, so how are we doing over here with all of this? It is all the way full, which means that our power is dropped down to 900 megawatts. But luckily, because I took out all of the machinery down there, it's not a big deal at the moment. Okay, so let's see. We need to get some more foundations on here. And then I need to get an awesome sink. And we'll run that kind of over here. Close enough. All right. And then we need to take this guy, run that into there. And then this needs to get powered. So we'll run that through there. That'll start giving us junk, basically. Yeah, we're not getting too much out of that, but it should get this thing up and running again. So now we're generating more fuel, good to go. And so that should get our power back up. Once it can grab all the fuel that it needs, of course. That's 2 on, 3 on, 4 on. Kind of bouncing around a little bit. That's fine. And I think that's our max right there, 1650. Okay, so you can see it's kind of bouncing around, slowly moving up. Okay, so we can leave that for now. And then we can just have that just continue to go through. Getting about 5,200 points per minute. We have lots more tickets. So I will take those, thank you. Oh, actually it's going up higher. 8,628. Get her done. Okay, so that is that. So power situation is figured out. Now we're just going up through a tube because why not? Good to go. So I kind of thought that was going to happen, but now we should be good to go with the power, and it should be pretty stable. Eventually we're going to take all of that stuff that I'm currently sinking and we're going to turn it into plastic and rubber. So we are going to be using it, just not yet. And because it's more important to me to have all the power running. Now, granted, we should be using a lot less power than what we were using before because we're going to be a lot more efficient than we were before. So, yeah. All right, so before I get too crazy into all of the stuff that we're going to be doing here, I want to make, yeah, so we can get rid of all of this. I have an idea of what we're going to need for all of this now, and we should be fine. So what I want to do is make our steel stuff. So we're going to have 300 steel coming through. And we can make all of that steel into something. So I'll put a floor hole here, and we'll kind of run the machines going that way. So, constructor. There or there? Maybe there? I think there. Okay. So now we can make all of our extra steel beams. Now, another thing that I have to look at here, so it takes 60 to do that. Okay. And then to make the steel pipes. Okay, so it's 20 per minute. And then also, what did I say? I needed like 50 steel pipes or something? And that takes 30 steel to make 20 pipes. Okay. So let's make all of our pipes first. So that's 40, so if we make one more, first I should probably just double check that. Right, steel rotor, so this thing, right? So that's 10 steel pipes, and then the stator is 15, so it's 25 steel pipes that we need for that. Okay. Now, another thing that we could do here is replace, instead of going with this one, which uses the steel beams, we could go with this one, which uses more pipes. And I think this is slightly more efficient, I suppose. And then another thing that I would like to do, but I can't do it because I need refineries, is I have a recipe for wet concrete, and that makes a lot of concrete. I mean, it uses a lot of water, but I mean, it makes a lot of concrete. Okay, so it's 28 per minute. Okay, so if I make 2 of these, that's 56. And then 56 plus, okay, 66. And then that's going to be 70, 81. Okay, so then if I made 3 of these, which are making 90 each, wait, no. 5 of these. That would use up 150 steel bars, and we'd get lots of extra stuff. Okay, so let me do that. So we'll put that there. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so that'll make us all of the steel pipes that we need plus more. So we'll put that there and there, and then we'll run this one as well. Okay, so Mark 1 goes in there. Okay, then you need to make steel pipe, more steel pipe. And we got steel pipe there, we have steel pipe there. Okay, so this will make us 100 steel pipe. We need 81. So that leaves us with 19 that we can then collect. Okay, so now the next thing that we need. Now I have limestone coming through up here as well. So you can kind of see it right there. So that's our limestone that we can then bring all the way over. And we can start making some concrete. So I may leave some room here for this to go up, down, around, whatever it needs to do. So let me throw this thing over here in the corner. And then we'll run... I don't want to run these too much. I've got lots of this stuff, not so much of the other stuff. Okay, and now we need to figure out how far we can go with this. Alright, so if we're basically at the line, basically, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so we should be able to put it here. Okay, and then that's kind of like right in the middle there. Not the best place for it, but you know, it is what it is, although I could move it over once I get past here. And then if I could move it to here, that might actually work out nicely. Okay, so we're gonna go from here, and then we'll string this out there. All right. Okay. I don't want to use this, but I'm going to anyways. Okay, sir, if you don't mind. Thank you. Okay, so that's this, and then we need to go 1, 2. Okay, and then we're going to go to here. And then we'll take out that, take out that, take out this, and that. Okay. So now we're kind of wrapping around, keeping with our 90s, which will be good. And then we need, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is going to be the next one. Okay, so that'll be here. And then this can go on to here. Now, I think these can go 7 foundations before you need to kind of refresh them. And then we need Mark 4 belt. So we'll keep that going there. That should be relatively straight, I think. And then, let's see, so then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, actually, I put that in the wrong place. We need that here. Okay, good to go. Now if I can just jump up there, that would be good. There we go. That needs to flip around. Good to go. can go into there. And that should stay at our 90. Good. Okay, so there is all of our limestone. It looks to be pretty straight all the way through. Good. And then we have 240 of that. So now the next thing that we can do here okay, and then we need to move 300 of the steel through here. Actually, that is not lined up correctly. So it's off by 1. There we go. So yeah, I just had to scooch it over a little bit so we got a nice straight line going through there. All right, now this should be 300 steel per minute coming through. So go to steel. What the hell is that? Oh, that's a drone. Okay, it's a weird looking drone. Steel bar, steel bar, steel bar. There we go, steel bar. So that can go there, and then this should be 300 per minute. Save. Okay, so that's what we've got coming out. All right, and then we actually need this to go over into this slot here, because we will need to run splitters. There. No, not there. Okay, no, splitter has to go into the middle. There we go. So run a splitter here. So that should be good to go. And then obviously we're not going to make a belt go and do this. I mean, maybe it will. I don't think it will. No. So it won't do that. So we have to come out through here. And then from here, I can run this going that way, and then this can go into here, but then I'm out of those, which is not good. I don't think I've got any left in the storage, so I might have to end up making some. Any? No, I used them all. Okay. I can add some stuff into here though. So I'll have you make this, and we'll fill that up with pipes and concrete. Pipe. Take that and that, and then concrete. Luckily we have a lot of that. Okay, there you go. Make away. All right, so the next thing that we need to do then is to get our concrete production going. Now we've got 240 coming in on that line. I should probably write that down. Okay, that's going to be good. 240 per minute. we go. Okay. And now, let's see. Now we need to place these things. Then we can just do tier 1. Okay, so that should be all of those set up. Good to go. Okay, so now these should start up, but they don't have the steel yet, so. But yeah, I think once this is done, like this is gonna be a lot neater than it was before, and it was already pretty neat before. So I'm kind of excited about that. Grab some more of these pipes just in case it needs it. And I could actually do this multiple times, right? So this recipe, do this. Oh, yes, that is the right one. Yes, okay, good, good. Okay, so now we can make bunches. Well, at least, hopefully, bunches. We'll see. Okay, so this guy, hopefully I have enough now. Good. Now, at the very least, I can make some more of this. Ooh, that one is off. Okay. Splitter. Good. Okay, so that's that. Good to go. Okay, let's see how far we can go. So I can go at least 2 more here. And then I'm out. Okay, so that'll get all of these things up and moving. So that'll be good. This is going to be very slow going, doing it this way, but, you know, it is what it is, I suppose. But we are making progress. Slow, steady, but progress nonetheless. Okay, and then you need to go into there. All right. And you're already there, so we can go to here and to there. Okay. So with this, let's see. So we're using 30 per minute times 5, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so then that's going to leave us at this point Okay, we will select, and this is going to be 150 per minute is what we've got at this point. Okay. So we have more steel if we need it. We likely will, so. But I can move that around wherever it needs to go, so I'm not too awfully worried about that. And that's going to be making us lots and lots and lots of steel pipes, which will be good. And then I need to merge all of these. And then the next question is, where do I want to run all of this? And I'm thinking we run it this way because we've got this full block of space here for belt work if we need it. So now all we got to do, logistics, merger, merge it towards me. Okay. Okay, so that will run all of this that way. And I have enough for 3 of these. 2 and 3. Okay, so pipes coming through. All right. Where is the crossing? There's the crossing. And honestly, I think I kind of want to adjust this a little bit. So instead of having this whole area here, we can move this. So that can change. This can change. And then all of this can change as well. Okay, and then that can come out, all of this can come out. And those can come out. And then we can run in some foundations through here. Okay. And then we need this guy there and here. Okay, and then over here we will take out this so that way it kind of mirrors the other side. Now, something interesting is I think this might not actually be equal on both sides. So let me just count this out real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to get to the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, it is. Okay. Well, that's good. All right. So. And now we can run railing through here. And this actually helps me out because we've got all of this stuff up here in this space. So I kind of don't want to put stuff there if I can help it. So we'll run this out to here. Okay. So that is more balanced, which I'm good with. Before I kind of had it set up like, okay, I'm using up this much space for what I'm building, so, you know, I'm just going to make it this big. But with this, I can kind of maneuver it a bit more, I think. Okay, so with this, I suppose the next thing we need to do is figure out how much of this we can do with 240. So I know that we can do 45. Hold on, 240 divided by 45. So approximately 6 assemblers. So let's go ahead and get that going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, and that'll be all of these guys. All right, and then all of this is going to be making concrete. Okay, and then let's see, 45 times 5 is what? 225? Yeah, 225, and if we've got 240, so that's going to be 15, so this one has to run at 5 per minute. And that'll max out all of our limestone, so then I won't have to worry about having extra of that, which will be good. Okay. So did I change all of these to concrete? I think I did. Good. Good. Okay. So now that we've got that figured out, I'm actually going to connect it over here. All right, so that'll be good there. All right, now we need to grab some of these guys. Okay. Now I need to plug in this to all of this. So that's going to be interesting, potentially. So we're going to need a splitter. Now I don't know if I can run a belt in here. No, I can't. Okay. So then we're going to have to make this a little interesting. So let's see, how do I want to do this? I could run it straight into here. How do I want to do this? And I still have to get the rest of this steel going through here as well. So that's going to complicate things. Now I could uncomplicate this by moving this back. could uncomplicate it quite easily if I did that. So then if I ran it, so that way instead of coming off of here, it comes off of here. At that point, I think that will be enough. I'm not gonna have enough belt for that. Okay, limestone select, 240 per minute. Okay, so that'll be good, and then we should have a decent amount of the encased steel beams ready. So I'm gonna go and grab those, and then we'll head back down. And I probably should put something like this over on the other side, you know, so I can get down either way from both sides. Probably would be a good idea. Alright, so we've got some, and we've got some again. Okay, and then that should be good. Alright. Might as well fill up the concrete as well, as long as I'm here, and then we can always just grab some more. Concrete. Good. And then also, I've got limestone that I don't need, so we can get rid of that as well. Okay, how are we doing on the tickets? We have another ticket. Good. So we have a total of 8 tickets now. Alright, so now we need to get up over there. And then reconnect this whole thing. That needs to be spun around. There we go. So that'll run down into there, and now we don't have to worry about hopping over the steel, which is coming through right here. So that's going to work out nicely, I think. Yeah, there's the steel, so we can run the steel around now, which will be good. Okay, so now... Okay, now the splitter is going to have to run from here. And then we can run it off of here. And then that's going to have to move over and then down, which is fine. Okay. More steel plate, or iron plate. Might as well grab whatever extra I can over here of this stuff. Good to go, good to go. All right. think I've already got the top part figured out, so now we just need to go continue down here with the bottom part. All right, so you here. Yes. Okay. So you can go there. Good. And then we need to do something kind of dumb. And that is to run this way. Okay. And then this can be here. Good to go. That looks like that's pretty straight. All right, now this can go there. All right, so that's in. This has to be connected. So we'll do a Mark IV belt there. This just needs to be Mark I belt, because that only needs 45, and then we're sending everything else through on this side. Okay. So that should be all the limestone going through, doing what it needs to do. And that should start working right away. Everything should have power. What's going on here? You are not getting limestone. Why are you not getting limestone? You have power. Okay, why aren't you connecting, sir? It's going out, which is correct. Okay, is it working now? Yes, it is working now. Okay, good to go. Everything else, okay, what's wrong with you? What are you doing? You can't get concrete either. Sir. Oh, you're not even connected. Good to go. Okay, so that should get that one running. That can come out. That can probably come out. Okay, so all of concrete is being made. Good. All right. Okay. So this is very, 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 very slowly coming together. Okay, so 240 all in. And then we use it all, which is what we want. Okay, good. So next thing that we need to do now, I think, is going to be to make at least some. And let me see how I want to do this. Okay, we can kind of put it here. It should work. Okay, assembler. And then I want you to make the alternate encased pipe. Okay. That's going to require 20 per minute, and with 6 of these so we're making 90 per minute. And then I kind of want to do this a little weirdly. And then have this assembler pointed in towards the other assembler. It's a little weird, right? Okay, so that's making 8 beams per minute. Okay. And then we're going to need 28 steel pipes, so we can put that onto a 60 line and feed both of them. Good. But we are going to have to worry about how to get everything kind of running around, which I don't think should be... Well, actually, hold on. Let me think about this. Ideally, I want to run this inside of here. I don't want to run it on the outside. Okay. So I could move everything in and give myself some more room on the outside, which I think would be good. So let's move this. And then of course these are gonna have to move as well. And then ideally I want them both to go into the same merger. So if I put the merger in the middle here. Yeah, so we'd have to have these in the middle. Okay, assembler, sir, you can go there. You can go there. Good to go. This can go into there. This can go into there. And then these can move up. Looks like just one. I mean, maybe it'll be enough. Or I suppose I could like squeeze it in to right here and run it 2. Because I think that'll still connect. So I might do that because then I've got a little bit more room to work with. So we'll do that. Okay, so that connects up quite nicely, if I do say so myself. All right, and then that leaves us a little bit of extra room down here on the side, which I think we can then use. Okay, so I'm gonna run the concrete down this way. Yeah, I think that'll work. So let me get a merger. Okay, so that needs to go here, pointed off to my left. I think that looks good. The only bad thing is we don't have room for that belt here. So we might have to string this out through a wall and then just kind of run it right back in, which should not be a problem. But let's go ahead and get all of this stuff connected. Then we will replace this with a 2 wall. Okay. Good to go, I think. so far. And then as far as this goes, I'm going to go with this Mark III belt. That way I can kind of save the Mark IV belts a little bit. Alright, and then we need this guy to merge. And that should go in the middle, towards me. Alright. Okay, so now I need to run the steel down this way. So let's get this guy going here. All right, now how do I want to do this? So if we do a splitter onto here, with the input coming from back here, is that going to work? Okay, so that's 150 per minute, so we could technically put that on a Mark III line. Okay, and then 1, 2. And that runs through here very nicely. Okay, we need to run it past all of this. And then I need to get it. That's not going to work. Okay. 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 So we can make this work, which is probably what we're going to end up having to do. All right, and then over here, we're going to have the splitter be here, I think. No, not like that. Like that? I think that'll work. Okay. And then we can run this into that. Okay, so Mark 1 coming through. And then that one is already there, good to go. And then what I could do over here, instead of running it through like this, is we'll run in a splitter through here. Okay, so that'll run back through here. Now, how much does this need? It's 28, right? Yeah, 28. So I can run a Mark 1 belt off of that splitter. All right, so let's see. We will continue to run the Mark 3 belt all the way to the splitter. And then we will run a Mark 1 belt off of here. Some of that will float back this way. And then this we need to run this way. Okay, so then that should split this off to go equally in both directions. And it doesn't look terrible, which is probably the more important thing. But now we need to get the concrete through here. And actually, hang on. Let me get this up and out of here. Okay, so now I don't have to worry too much about all of that. And then if I run in a splitter here, then I can run another one here. Actually, do I want to run it there? Yeah, we can run it there. Okay. And that can go there. This can go here. And then we can put in another one of these walls here. And we need to block this one off. And we need to block this one off. Okay. So then from here, this is going to be really, really nasty, but actually that's a Mark III, right? Yeah. Okay. So we can run this Mark III going through here. And then this one can go right next to it. And we have a little bit of clipping right here, but I don't think it's terrible. And then all we need to do is get some power to here. Okay. Steel pipes. Did I not get the steel pipes in here? Did I just run steel bars into there? I have a feeling I did. Which is probably why nothing is working. Yeah. Yeah, I did. Okay. Yeah, that's not the way that's supposed to go. What I need is the steel pipe coming through, which is coming out right here, which is pretty much directly in the way of where that is. Awesome. Okay, So what we can do is move this one more time. Okay. So that is now where it needs to be, sort of, kind of anyways. Okay, and then this needs to run through. So then this can probably run to the outside here, I guess. Okay, let's see, 150 per minute. We can definitely run that on a Mark III belt. Okay, so 150 steel bars is what we've got left over. And then this is what needs to run through to here. Which means that I could have kept all that other stuff that I already had there. We're gonna have to run it through here. Okay, so that's gotta go kind of like in the middle, I guess. Okay. So now we've got that coming in and going there. Okay. And now okay. So that should hopefully have that coming through. It is very, very tight in there, but nothing is overlapping. We do have a little bit of clipping, but that'll be fine. Okay, and then once we replace these, we should be back in business. All right, good to go. We are filling up with the steel pipes. Excellent. So let's go and figure out what we've got going on over here. So I think it's 150. No, 100. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with 20 out. Okay. All right. So then 100 minus 56 leaves us with, no, 56? Is it 56? It is 56. There we go. So that's what, 44 per minute is what we've got left over. Is that going to be enough? That is the question. Okay, and then once we take out this minus whatever that's being used for, so that's minus 40, and this was putting out 90, so that's going to be 50 concrete per minute. $15 times 6, right? 30, 30, 30, yeah, that's 90. Then minus 40 is 50. Okay. Minutes, there we go. Okay, so 44 per minute of that, 50 per minute of that. We still have a decent amount of this left over, so if we need to make more of those, we can. But we can close this off for now. Making all of the things good to go, but that's just putting out 1 beam per minute. It's kind of terrible, actually. Okay, so we've got this all kind of going, doing its thing. Okay, so next thing that we probably want to try to do, if we can, it's going to be our rotors and stators. So let me figure out what we've got for that. Okay, so rotors, steel rotors, requires 10 pipes per minute. And then if we change this over to stators, 15 pipes per minute. Okay, so 25 pipes per minute, and we've got 44 coming in, so we have enough to make that, which is good. With this, I don't think we need any more of the concrete down here. So I'm going to run this. And if we're only doing 50 per minute, I mean, granted, I did go and do the Mark III belt. So, okay. So we can run that up, and that'll get the concrete kind of out of the way. So we can move things around as needed. Okay, so this is going to be, select, was that 40 per minute? 50 per minute, yeah. Okay, so there's that. And now we can bend this in and do whatever we need to do. But I also need to get this stuff going. So let's get this started at least. And then I can actually move this out to a respectable distance. There we go. That's already set in there. That's already set in there. Good to go. All right. Okay, now this has to reverse. Good to go. Good to go. All right. Okay, so that is all of the things there. Good to go. And then 6. Right, so that's why we had to go back and get more copper. And then we're probably going to need several hundred of the encased industrial beams to run all the way out there with 480 lines, or Mark IV lines, whatever you want to call them. So let's see how much we've made. Not very much. Okay, so you need more of the steel pipes, right? So we'll grab a bunch of those. Refill. Alright, so you can do your thing. You can do your thing. Alright, so 100 in, and then 15 times 6 is 90. So we're going to have 10 copper bars left over. But if we are increasing our copper, and we have 25 per minute for the iron that we need, and we have an extra 50 coming through, that means that we can do another 2 of these foundries. Okay, good. So we're going to do that. Okay, good to go. Production foundry. And then once this is all in there, then we'll have 200 copper, which hopefully should be enough. Okay, and then this needs to make copper alloy. Copper alloy. So we do need to bring in another 100 copper per minute. Okay, so then that will go out. Okay, so let's see, we need a merger. No, splitter, not a merger. Okay. Good. I think that's good. And then we'll just run this one straight in because that'll use up the last of the iron that we've got on that line. And that's not even close to being in the right place. Oh, man. Okay, let's try this again. Splitter. Yes? Yes. Okay, so that will send in the rest of this through. Now we need merger. No, splitter. Still a splitter. Okay. So then this one can go here and here. All right. So now we go here. Good to go. All right. How are you doing? Are we doing good? Okay. We got all the things coming in. Lots and lots of copper, which is good. Okay. So now I need to get all of these things to work together somehow. Okay, so we have our inputs and our outputs. We got to figure out how to get all of these things communicating. All right. This is missing. Why is that missing? No. This is the input. That's the output. Okay. Is that in the middle? That is in the middle. Okay. Let's try this again. Splitter. Okay. And then splitter. Splitter. Okay. Wait, is that the wrong? No, this is output. Okay. Right? Right. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. Okay, so these are all outputs. Okay. Okay, and then this guy can go from there. This guy can go to there. Okay. That's 30 in, and I've got 3, so that's 100. So we're going to go with a Mark 3 line. Okay. Then we'll run a splitter here and another splitter here. Okay, so that will run all of this in. And now we need to combine all of these. Okay, so that can go there and there. And then are these Mark 1? No, Mark 4. Why are those Mark 4? They don't need to be Mark 4. Wrong way. Okay, reverse. There we go. Good to go. Okay, so we want to move these. Okay, so let's see, Mark 3. This one down this way, and then we'll throw in some mergers. Merger. Okay, we want that to point away, and then this one, I think we want to point towards me. Okay, then that can go there. That can go there. Mark 3 belt going into there. 3 belt going into here. And then from here, we can split this off. No, this has to be merged, right? Right. Okay, so we need a merger here, pointing towards me. Okay. So that's going to be 200 going in this way, 200 going in this way, so we're going to need a 480 belt going this way. Okay. And then that is going to be good there. And then we'll replace that with a 480 belt as well. Okay. Yeah, I'm actually okay with this curve there because then we're not clipping on that, so I'm good with that. All right. Okay, now you need power. Okay, and I actually ran out of cable, which has not happened in a very long time. All right, rotors, concrete wire, cable, there we go. Should last me for a little while at least. Okay. And then that can go there, and then that can go here. Okay. So now those are all doing their things, and we've got all kinds of wire coming in. All right, good to go. All right, so now we need to merge these things. And then these are putting out how much per minute? 30. Okay. So let's see. This can go down like that. Okay, so that'll be 60 coming out of there. And we'll put in one of these walls that I can only use half of. Okay, and then we're going to merge this going the other way. Oh, and actually, no, I can't do it like that. Okay, so merge. Okay, and then another one of these walls right here. Block off the half that I can't use. Okay. There we go. So now this is going to go down and merge with everything that we've got going over there. And at the end of all of this, we have 180 wire, which hopefully should be enough. So I wonder if I can pull this up into here and kind of be out of the way of that. I think I can. If I can get this thing straight, of course. Now that will definitely work. But I kind of want to move it out one. So same place, just out one. Okay, so that'll send that up, and then we've got all of this extra copper down here, which we can then use to send somewhere. All right. Oh, and that's coming up right there? Seriously? I mean, okay. I mean, it's kind of in the way, kind of not in the way. I don't know. It'll work, right? And we can send this over that way. All right, and then the rest of the copper I can then use to make sheets and cable. And then somehow I have to get, well, even more stuff going. Stitched iron plates. That's going to be the reinforced alternative that I'm going to use. Okay, and then for that I need iron plates, which are over here, so I have to somehow bring those over here. It's going to be interesting. And then also all of the screws that I've got that I could use for something. Okay, so now these all need to merge. And I could actually run it out that way. And that would maybe help me out a little bit. And then block up the side that I'm not going to use. Okay, so merge all of that through there. Or, hang on. No, there's not enough room to run two separate lines. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to merge all these together. This is making plates and rods at the same time. Now, hang on. Do I need rods for anything with the alternate recipes that I'm using? Because if not, I'll do this whole thing differently. So let me throw this thing on here. Okay, so we're going to be going with the stitched plate, which gets rid of the need for screws for that. And then we're going to be doing the bolted frame, which does require screws. And then we have to do 2 of these, right? Yeah, I think that's correct. Because then we get 5.625, so that's 11.25. Yeah, 11.25. And then that feeds into here, gives us more than enough of what we need. So we need screws, we need wire. Okay, so then we need 75 wire for that. And then also rotors, stators. is a lot neater. Okay, so reinforced iron plates. Give me some. All right, good to go. Okay, so we have lots and lots of wire. Okay, so rotors, stators, and all of these. I think I can fit all 5 of these in this general area. So let me just check this out real quick. So if I did that, and I took this whole guy, and I said, hey you, I want you to sit right here, then where could I put these ones? If I left space, I would likely put them here. And then this would be the 3rd one. This would be the 4th one. And I have no room for the 5th. Okay. So if I decided not to do that and to squeeze them all in however I could, then we just need to move them as close as we can together. 3, 4, and it's beautiful. Okay, so first things first, we'll do the stitched iron plate. And then from that, we will do the bolted frame. And then this will make our steel rotors. This will make our stators. And all we need is a shit ton of wire to come through here. And then screws. And do we need, I don't think we need, yeah, plates. Yeah, plates, screws, wire, and the steel tubes that are being made here in the back. Yeah. Okay. And then this concrete I'm not going to be using for any of this, which means it should hopefully stay out of the way. And then do all of these need wire? So this needs wire. This needs wire. This does not need wire, but this does. And so does this. Okay. So then 4 of the 5 of these need wire, which is kind of interesting. And also you did not go on there correctly. There we go. And uploading to YouTube is taking a very long time. I don't know if they just like slowed everything way down. I did take one of their surveys, so maybe they're punishing me for like some of the answers that I put on there. I would not put it past them because it's YouTube. But hopefully they're not that mean. Okay, so there's that. And then if we move this over to there, that gives everything power. Okay, now how many wires do we actually need? So that's 37.5, 75, 105, 145. Okay, and we're definitely making at least that much over there. So that's good. In fact, we're making 180. So we're making 35 more wire than what we need. So that's good. And then this is actually going to work out nicely because then I've got this kind of all splayed out, so I don't have to go kind of up in here for any of that craziness. Hopefully, anyways. And then you can go and you can go. Because trying to work around this was kind of a pain. So I think if I had the opportunity to not do that, it would probably be a good idea. All right, so now I need this wire to get over here. That's going to be interesting. Okay, so now one of the cool things about this is how this could potentially work. So we're going to need to do this, and I can't use this side again. I swear, just give us walls with holes, and like the option to place these wherever we want, instead of having like set ones, you know? It's just kind of annoying. Okay, so we need splitters. Logistics, splitters. And then make sure that that is kind of where it needs to go. Okay, so that can go there. There. Not here. And then here. And here. Or do I want... Oh, wait. No. We're going to set this up a little differently. We're going to run it over here if I can. Maybe I can with this. Oh, wait, no, I can with this last one. Maybe. Potentially. Possibly. I don't know. We will try it and see what happens. But we can use this one. Yay. We'll take that out for now. Okay, so splitter. That is going the right way, right? Okay, so here, skip this one, and then here, and then this last one, we don't actually need to do that. So then we go up to here, and that can run this way. So we're going to be running 100 and something wire through here. So we'll run a Mark III belt. That should go in there quite nicely. Okay, so that's all of our wire figured out. And then I think I said it was 145. All right, select this, select. Need 145 per minute. Save. Okay, so with that there, the next thing that we need is plate. And we're going to need 2 plate. And then we can run that in here. Okay, so we are going to need that wall here again. Actually, hang on, do we have... We don't. Oh my god. Well, if you ever wanted to know what it was like to jump out of this thing, now you know. It's good to come over water. Oh my god. So it seems like if you like press the space bar, but not enough to jump out of the water, it seems like you get to keep up a little bit more speed. I could be wrong about that, I don't know. I think I'm wrong about that. I think it doesn't really matter. But this is a very, 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 very long swim back. And we are over 2 hours in the video. So, yeah, I think once I get back, we'll go ahead and end it. Call it good. Yeah, this is just taking a very long time right now. This is why I did not want to jump out of the hole, or jump down the hole, or fall through the hole. This is like 5 minutes of wasted time right here. But at least I didn't die, right? And actually, I don't think I've died yet in this game. Of course, now that I said it, I'm gonna die in like the next like 3 minutes, but watch, Mr. Bean is gonna like go crazy and like eat me or something. Come on, we're so close. So close. Are we there? Yes! Now we can pick up some speed. Alright, so that is doing its thing. Good to go. Alright. I have a lot of tickets now, right? So I want to see if I can buy. I can't buy because I don't have screws. Okay, good to go. But yeah, I was going to go and get those platforms that I need for the corners because I don't have those yet. I don't know how much they cost though, so I don't know. Maybe I don't have enough tickets. Maybe I do. Who knows? But yeah, these videos are taking about 4 hours to upload. And that's like regardless of whether or not I'm on my VPN or not. Like I turned my VPN off for this particular upload just because I thought it might have been the VPN that was kind of throttling things, but no, it's like the same time, like regardless. So yeah, it's just gonna be the way it is, I guess. Okay, so you. Foundations, right? Yes. These things. Yes. We want these things. Thank you. Good to go. So now when I get back over there, I can replace those. All right. So we are at actually 2 hours and 11 minutes. So I think we're going to end it here. I might do some more work off camera. I mean, it's just going to be hooking up a bunch of stuff. So it's not going to be like the most exciting thing in the world. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of what I got going on. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. I mean, it seems like these videos like barely take any time, and then like by the time I actually look at what time I've got recorded so far, it's like super late. Actually, I wonder if it would be a better idea to put inputs down here and then just run everything kind of along and then down instead of going like under here. You know what I mean? I mean, like this one, we kind of have to put it where it is, I think anyways. But yeah, but I mean, this one doesn't need to be there. Like, we could run it this way or just run it out through here, in which case we don't need this here at all. So I'm just going to put in a piece of glass here because reasons. Okay. So there we go. That's all I got. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, like I said, and hopefully join me for the next one. But until then, have a good one.